glad you liked it. Let me know if you need any tweaks, additions, or if you want it delivered with a different tone. The most transformative moments in life don't come when everything is planned, predictable, and safe. They come in moments of doubt, moments when you stand at the edge of something unfamiliar, your heart pounding, your mind racing with what ifs. And this is where most people hesitate. Because uncertainty feels like danger. It feels like stepping into the dark without knowing what's ahead. But here's the truth. Everything extraordinary begins in that exact place. Every invention, every breakthrough, every success story started with someone standing exactly where you are right now, facing the unknown and deciding to step forward anyway. Look around you. The people who shape the world, the ones who create, innovate, and inspire, are not the ones who played it safe. They are the ones who embraced uncertainty, who leaned into discomfort, who understood that the absence of guarantees is not a sign to turn back, it's a sign to keep going. Think about the greatest things that have ever happened to you, the friendships, the opportunities, the personal victories. I bet most of them didn't come from a place of total certainty. They came from risks, from moments where you weren't sure if you were making the right choice but decided to trust yourself anyway. The problem is we are wired to seek security. We want guarantees. We want to know that if we take a step, the ground beneath us will be solid. But life doesn't work that way. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Nothing remarkable ever comes from playing it safe. Uncertainty is not the enemy. It's the birthplace of possibility. It's the space where you discover what you're really made of. And the moment you stop resisting it, when you stop waiting for permission, stop waiting for the perfect plan, stop waiting to feel ready, that is the moment everything starts to change. Because uncertainty means opportunity. It means you're on the brink of something new, something bigger than you ever imagined. And the only question left is, are you willing to step into it? Failure. It's a word that makes most people uncomfortable. It's something we're taught to avoid, something we're told to fear. From a young age, we're conditioned to believe that failing means we aren't good enough, that it's something to be ashamed of. But what if I told you that failure is not the opposite of success? What if I told you that failure is the very thing that leads to it? Look at anyone who has ever achieved something great. Anyone. A writer, an artist, an entrepreneur, an athlete. Behind every success story, there is a long, painful history of failure, rejections, losses, mistakes, moments when they could have given up, but they didn't, because they understood something most people don't. Failure is not a wall, it's a stepping stone. It's not the end of the road, it's the fuel that keeps you moving forward. The world tells you that failure is a sign to stop, but the truth? Failure is proof that you are trying. It's proof that you are pushing beyond your limits, that you are stepping into something bigger than yourself. Every failure is a lesson, a map, a guide pointing you in the right direction. The only real failure is standing still, doing nothing, refusing to try because you're too afraid of getting it wrong. Think about a baby learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, they get up again and again and again. They don't stop to analyze their mistakes. They don't hesitate wondering if they're cut out for it. They don't care if they look foolish. They just keep going because they don't know what failure is. They only know movement. They only know persistence. And that's exactly why they succeed. But as we grow older, we lose that resilience. We start listening to the voices that say, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you should quit. And some people do. Some people let failure define them, let it convince them that they aren't capable of more. But then there are others. The ones who refuse to accept failure as final. The ones who take every rejection, every mistake, every defeat, and use it as motivation to push harder. They understand that failure is not a dead end. It's feedback. It's refining them, sharpening them, making them stronger. It's teaching them the things they need to learn before they can succeed. The truth is, success is not about never failing. It's about never stopping. It's about getting up one more time than you fall. It's about looking failure in the face and saying, thank you for the lesson, now watch me rise. Life never unfolds in a straight line. You don't get a map that lays out every step before you take it, and yet most people live as if they should have everything figured out from the start. They believe that if they don't see the full picture right now, then maybe there isn't one. That if the path isn't clear, maybe it's not meant for them. But here's the truth. You can only connect the dots looking backward. Right now, you might be in a place where nothing makes sense. Maybe you're working a job you don't love, learning a skill that seems pointless, going through struggles that feel unnecessary. Maybe you're asking yourself, why am I here? What's the purpose of all this? But the mistake most people make is thinking that just because they don't see the bigger picture now, it doesn't exist. The reality is every experience, good or bad, big or small, is shaping you in ways you don't even realize. The skills you're learning today, the failures you're facing, the challenges you're overcoming, all of it is adding up to something greater. But you won't see it now, you won't see it next week, maybe not even next year. And that's where most people get stuck. They quit too soon, they walk away from something before they give it a chance to matter. But if you look back on your life, you'll start to notice something incredible. The times when you thought you were lost were actually pushing you towards something better. The moments that felt like detours were leading you exactly where you needed to go. The things that seemed meaningless at the time were actually preparing you for something much bigger than you imagined. Think about some of the greatest innovators, creators, and leaders in history. They didn't follow a perfect linear path. They took risks. They made mistakes. They pursued passions that seemed unrelated. They struggled. But when they looked back, they could see how every piece of their journey had a purpose. How one experience, one decision, one failure led them to something they never could have planned. The problem is we live in a world that pressures us to have everything figured out, to follow a predictable path, to move from point A to point B without deviation. But life doesn't work that way. Life is messy, it's unpredictable, and sometimes the things that seem like setbacks are actually setting you up for something greater. So if you don't know where you're going right now, that's okay. If you feel lost, uncertain, or frustrated, that's okay. You don't have to have all the answers today. You just have to trust that one day, when you look back, you'll be able to connect the dots. And when you do, you'll realize that every moment, every challenge, every lesson, every unexpected turn was leading you somewhere extraordinary. There is one resource in life that you can never get back. One thing that no matter how wealthy, powerful, or intelligent you are, you cannot create more of. That resource is time. Yet most people live as if they have an unlimited supply of it. They wake up each morning assuming there will always be another day, another opportunity, another chance to do the things they keep putting off. But the truth is, time doesn't wait. It doesn't pause. It doesn't care whether you're ready or not. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. Look around you. Everything you see, every building, every invention, every great work of art was created by someone who had the same 24 hours in a day as you do. The only difference? They understood that time is finite. They understood that every moment wasted is a moment stolen from the life they could be living. Most people say they want more time, but what they really mean is that they wish they had used the time they already had more wisely. They wish they had spent less time worrying and more time doing. Less time doubting themselves and more time taking action. Less time living someone else's dream and more time building their own. Think about how easily time slips through our fingers. We tell ourselves we'll start tomorrow. We say we'll chase our dreams when the timing is right, when we feel ready, when everything falls into place. But days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years, and before we know it, we're looking back, wondering where all that time went. Regret is one of the heaviest burdens a person can carry, not because of what they did, but because of what they didn't do. The chances they didn't take, the conversations they never had, the risks they avoided, the dreams they let fade. Time is not something you find, it's something you make, it's something you protect. Every day, every hour, every minute is an opportunity to create, to build, to love, to grow. And yet, so many people spend their time distracted, afraid, stuck in routines that don't inspire them, surrounded by people who drain them, doing things that don't bring them joy or fulfillment. But the harsh truth is this: one day your time will run out. There won't be a tomorrow to fall back on. There won't be another moment to waste. The question is, when that day comes, will you be able to say you truly lived? Will you be able to say you took the risks, made the memories, chased the dreams, left nothing unsaid, and became the person you were meant to be? Or will you look back and realize you spent too much time waiting because the clock doesn't stop? The only thing you get to decide is what you do with the time you have left.